Brenda Osmond of Saskatchewan, you could win the ultimate $25,000 home theater package from Vision Electronics. If a kickoff is returned for a TD in this game, thanks to Safeway Sobeys touchdown to win promotion. And if it happens a second time, you could win $1 million. Good luck, Brenda. Labor Day Classic in Regina. Chris Cuthbert and Glenn Suter.
Thank you, Rod. Two teams feuding for 80 years, tangling on the Labor Day weekend since 1949. Today, the final chapter of the Prairie Showdown on the old Taylor Field site. Bombers, Riders resuming hostilities and sold-out Mosaic.
He's still a fan favorite here in the province of Saskatchewan, but today former Rider Weston Dressler is on the visitors' sideline. I'm sure there were mixed emotions for Dressler in warm-up, but not now. He's a Bomber, another weapon for Matt Nichols. Nichols has led the Bombers to 4 straight wins since taking over for Drew Willie at the end of July. For the Riders, if they're going to get back in the fight in the West, it starts today. Durant is looking for his first win in 2016, but is 6-0 on Labor Day.
Now let's start with a fly pass from CFP Cold Lake. One of the pilots' nicknames is Mannequin. That's fitting for this day, isn't it? 11 consecutive wins for Saskatchewan in this Labor Day Classic, but trying to end a 5-game losing streak. Well, the Bombers look for their 5th consecutive win, and we're underway with Quincy McDuffie taken down just across the 35. Ball popped loose quickly. Greg Newman with the tackle for Saskatchewan.
Matt Nichols 4-0 since taking over for Drew Willie. Has thrown just 1 interception during that time. That may be the story for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, their giveaway, takeaway category. Amazing, plus 16, first in the Canadian Football League. The offense protects the ball, the defense takes it.
First win as a Bomber quarterback came in last year's Banjo Bowl against the Roughriders. And they start on the ground with Andrew Harris in his first Labor Day game, pumped up in a good run up to the 44-yard line, and he has 7.
Leads the Canadian Football League in rushing. Andrew Harris, 25 more yards than Jerome Messam. Matt Nichols, the starting quarterback. Weston Dressler has missed 3 games, but is back for the game of the regular season, the Labor Day weekend. It's been a different team with Travis Bond at left guard.
Secret agent Bond has made a difference, hasn't he? See if they stay on the ground, 2nd and 3, and they do hand it off left side, lots of room, and Andrew Harris bursts through down to the Saskatchewan 45-yard line. 369 yards in the 4-game win streak. He has 20 on that carry.
And when he gets over 40 yards, the team is successful, over 40 yards rushing. Andrew Harris hits the hole here. He's got a couple 100-yard games this season, and when talking to the Rider defenders yesterday, they said, I asked him, what's great about Andrew Harris? He said he always keeps his legs moving.
Touchdowns in each of the last 4 wins. His 3rd 20-yard carry of the year. Nichols hit as he throws it up and almost intercepted. Casey Rogers on the corner. Breaks it up, intended for Quincy McDuffie.
That's an opportunity miss. There's the starting defensive line. A.C. Leonard back in the lineup, missed last week due to injury. Linebacking core is a good one. Otha Foster back up there in the 2nd game. Had to play in the secondary as they juggled that back end a few times. Going to start with Jeff Hecht at safety. And again, 2nd game for Fred Bennett on the corner, former Calgary Stampeder.
Bombers with 43 first-quarter points in the 4-game win streak. 2nd and 10. They'll drop it off to Harris. Harris makes the first man miss and lunges ahead. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down, and a decision for Coach Mike O'Shea.
Yeah, taking a good hard look at it. Where the marker is right now, it is a full yard and then some. They're going to send out the kick team. Mike O'Shea not taking any chances early here.
Wants points on the opening drive and sends out Justin Medlock, who has been on fire. Slight breeze at his back as he attempts this from 44 yards out. Nichols holds, and the left footer straight down the pipe. And the Bombers strike first in the 53rd Labor Day Classic from Mosaic. And now Darian Durant unbeaten in this game. It's set to go to work trying to stop the skid for Saskatchewan in 2016. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League. Darian Durant playing in his 150th CFL game. 0-7 on the year, 6-0 in Labor Day Classics. Roughriders start from their 35. Here comes pressure. Durant stands in, got it away, but misses Ricky Collins, who was open.
Need more production out of Ricky Collins. Let's take a look at the starting offense. Kendall Lawrence could also use some more balance in the offense, get Kendall Lawrence going along the ground. There's Ricky Collins in the receiving corps. Number one guy has been named in Roosevelt. He's ranked 4th in the CFL coming in, and an offensive line that's been intact for 3 games now.
Slow starters, only 23 points in the opening quarter this year. No first quarter points last 3 games. 2nd and 10, gonna take a shot downfield, and the ball is caught. Caleb Hawley makes the catch. Had a couple of drops on stretch passes like that, but sure-handed here for a 44-yard pickup.
Yeah, they were close last week. Darian Durant and Caleb Hawley. The deep ball against Edmonton. One bounced off the hands of Hawley, and he gets it right back in the first possession. What a great catch.
Tough catch, first down, Durant over the middle, and it should have been intercepted. There's Justin Cole dropping off, just like he did last week, to pick off a pass against Kevin Glenn.
Doesn't really hide the fact either. In fact, he lines up as a linebacker here, and he's gonna drop defensive end Justin Cole. And right in the throwing lane, fools Durant. Lucky that wasn't going the other way.
Close to being the 19th interception for the Bombers this season. 18 double the total of the next best team. And that pass hurried with pressure on. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down.
And Durant points to himself. You're right, Chris. I mean, this defense for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers takes the ball away. I mean, their turnovers, 33 forced in the first half of the season, 18 interceptions, far and beyond past every other team in the Canadian Football League. Got away with one there, one dropped interception in that first drive.
So Tyler Capina on to attempt a 39-yarder and tie this game up, but he has missed. And let's see, Mo Leggett's going to bring it out straight ahead through a straight arm and dropped around the 15. 3rd miss by the rookie place kicker. So no return fire from Saskatchewan on their opening drive. And Weston Dressler in blue and gold here on Labor Day. Gets set to go on offense. We'll have more on Dressler from Lee Jones when we return to Mosaic. Well, it seems kind of strange to see him in the opposition colors on this day. With more on Weston Dressler, here's Lee.
Yeah, Dressler may be in a different uniform, but he'll always have special connections with 2 Saskatchewan Roughriders in Rob Bagg and Darian Durant. Durant and Dressler actually made their first CFL start together in 2008 in Hamilton. Bagg also made his CFL debut in 2008. Dressler says that when you go through the ups and downs like they did, you're always going to be close. Durant says it's a special bond, and Rob Bagg told me that he's one of his best friends. He's almost like a brother, guys.
And the first catch for Dressler is spectacular as he lays out to get it. Well, he's a big cheer from the crowd here.
They're cheering for Weston Dressler. Would like him to have a big game, but obviously this home crowd wants the green and white to win it.
On cue, and now the pitch left side, and here's Harris with a cutback to around the 30-yard line. Justin Capicotti in the area, 4-yard pickup for Harris.
Over 8,000 yards all time, or that's for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Over 8,000 in his career for Weston Dressler. 5,000-yard seasons, and he's 8-0 playing against the Bombers Labor Day weekend.
Best Labor Day game came in 2008 for Dressler. 6 catches, 119, 2 touchdowns. Overall, 6 touchdowns for the Roughriders in this game. Pass over the middle, and big Gerard Shepard has the catch. Would be a first down, but there are flags on the play.
Yeah, I'm sure it was mixed emotions for Weston Dressler in warm-up and coming out of the opposite tunnel, the visitors' tunnel.
Offside. Saskatchewan number 91. Penalties decline. First down.
Gregory Alexandra offside.
Yeah, being on the visitors' bench, I'm sure is weird. But once you kick it off, Weston Dressler's a Winnipeg Blue Bomber now. Another great target for Matt Nichols, who has been as hot as any quarterback in the Canadian Football League. 4-0 since taking over.
First down, Winnipeg just beyond the 40. Nichols dances in the pocket, throws low, and that was almost intercepted. Ed Geaney had a pick last week against Edmonton and had his hands on that football.
Yeah, I'm not sure how close that was, but if he had his hands on it and underneath it, that's another missed opportunity early in this game. Struggling teams have to take full advantage of their opportunities to grab some confidence. This Rider team has been struggling, especially on defense.
Matt Nichols has avoided the turnovers since taking over, in the 4 wins, just 4 turnovers by this Winnipeg offense. Pressure on here, and there's a sack, the first for Jonathan Newsom. They've been waiting for that in Saskatchewan, and Newsom gets home.
Line up almost like they're going to send a secondary blitz, but they don't. Newsom is going to be on his own off the edge here. Look like they're going to blitz, and then they drop out of that in man coverage. Inside move by Jonathan Newsom, and he's on the board in the sack department. First sack of the season, as you mentioned.
Just the 13th sack all year for the Roughriders. Kendall Lawrence after the 44-yard punt by Medlock. And a flag down at the end of the play. Garrett Wagner down
Did it before, I do it again.
on the punt cover.
Before, I do it again. Did it before, I do it again.
So Jonathan Newsom revved up. And now the Roughriders back to work. And Naaman Roosevelt's been the prime target so far this year in green and white. And Mark's Labor Day weekend continues tomorrow. Doubleheader action. First, the Eskimos take on the Stamps, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, across the TSN network, and then we'll have the Argonauts and the Ticats, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, TSN in 4K. Penalty against Jeff Hecht, a hold. Takes it back to the Rough Rider 26-yard line against what's become a fierce Winnipeg defense. Hand off here, Kendall Lawrence got some room. He kicks it outside. And a late flag as Lawrence had the first down up across the 40-yard line, which would be his longest run of the year.
Looks like this flag's going against the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Late holding, late in the run.
Boy, little things already. Taking a few nicks out of the Roughriders, dropped interception, missed field goal. Now a penalty on a constructive
Prior
first
to
down
yards
play.
being gained, holding Saskatchewan number 9, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's a big mistake by Nick Dembski.
University of Manitoba product.
You're right, Chris. Another one of those small things that start to add up. A negative play out of the gate puts them in 1st and 20. Goal here for Darian Durant is trying to pick up the penalty yards, getting 2nd and 10 at least.
1st and 20, underneath, ball caught by Roosevelt up at the 24-yard line.
Boy, this defense outstanding, lead the league in takeaways, and here's the defensive line. The leader there, Jamal Westerman, with 5 sacks. Maurice Leggett leads the Canadian Football League with 5 interceptions, has taken 3 back for touchdowns. And there's your secondary with Johnny Adams and C.J. Roberts on the corner. Taylor Loeffler's been a story at safety.
Kid who spent some time in Regina, went to Regina Rams football camps. There's Ricky Collins with a catch, but he'll be short of the first down. Run down by Khalil Bass. Needed 12, and
interesting spot
they're going to
here.
mark him, yeah, closer than I thought. It's going to be third and about a yard.
And it's almost inside that. Chris Jones this season has gone for it on third down in these situations. He's going to do it again.
Yeah, they're 5 for 10, and big early moment in the game. Durant with the push, and then slid off the left guard forward, or the right guard forward. Looks like he's got the first down and does.
Interesting that offense really didn't even look to the sideline. It was almost automatic that a yard or less that the Riders will go for it offensively on third down.
Behind Dan Clark, Marcus Hall. And they get a fresh set of downs. By the way, Darian Durant is the leading rusher for the Roughriders on the season,
which has been an issue.
Swing pass of the flag down, and Roosevelt dropped it. Westerman there defensively for the Bombers.
Yeah, pretty good close for that Bomber defense.
And an injured Saskatchewan Roughrider. Looks like Spencer Moore, the fullback.
Winnipeg, number 94, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Euclid Cummings, defensive tackle, offside. Spencer Moore requiring attention. So we'll step out. First quarter, Bombers with the lead, 3-0.
Helping Spencer Moore off the field. He was engaged at that tight end spot. Didn't look like he got rolled on or hit in any way. He's up at the top here, engaged with his man, and then it just looked like that right knee kind of buckled or pinched on him a little bit, or it looked like the ankle. He went down and grabbed the lower leg of the right side.
Master product in his 6th year.
I was looking at that right ankle. He's had some knee issues in the past.
Rough Riders just added Bryn Roy to their lineup as a backup fullback. Levi Steinauer, who had been in that position, out for the rest of the year with a torn bicep in Saskatchewan. With 4 additions today, now have used 83 different players this season. So 1st and 5 after the penalty. There's Hawley with another catch. And a first down. Caleb Hawley, who had 7 for 65 last week in Edmonton in his 2nd CFL start.
Oh yeah, good catch, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders offensively have just bailed out their teammate Nick Dembski for that early penalty on this drive. 2 first downs have bailed him out.
So into Winnipeg territory for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. 1st and 10. Durant look in, and Hawley's got another, and trying to run away from Johnny Adams, who chokes him out. Good start for 88 in this game.
The one guy that understands this rivalry and this weekend is the starting quarterback in Darian Durant, 6-0 the Labor Day weekend, closing in on 2,000 passing yards, just 3 interceptions, 11 touchdowns, and a couple of 300-yard games for the Rider leader. On a bit of a roll on this drive.
Generated a season-high 25 first downs last week, but spotted Edmonton 22 and couldn't catch up. Handoff inside, and Kendall Lawrence with a short gain after the 17-yard reception by Hawley.
Well, Durant gets a target back in Rob Bagg, missed last week versus the Edmonton Eskimos, but for Durant, it's good news that Hawley is emerging quickly here in this game, because Naaman Roosevelt needs some help in this offense.
9th play of the drive. It's 2nd down and 8. Pressure on, and they'll get to Durant. Off the edge, Khalil Bass has his 2nd sack of the season.
Richie Hall, defensive coordinator, loads it up, and Khalil Bass unblocked. Darian Durant wants to go that direction with the football. As he's looking over there, all he sees is a linebacker closing in and wants to protect the ball.
And instead of going for a 47-yard field goal, they're going to punt Josh Bartell out. Then had the Bombers scrambling. They had the field goal cover team on. And that ball caught by Mo Leggett. Kevin Falk was there, and so were Saskatchewan Roughriders in the 5-yard restraining area. So that's going to be a 15-yard no yards penalty after
No
just
yards.
a 27-yard
Saskatchewan
punt.
number 28, 15-yard penalty, first down.
And so not much of an exchange there. Weston Dressler back to work on this final Labor Day at Mosaic.
It's a special moment, obviously. Getting to know and learning the history of Mosaic Stadium, Taylor Field, that place is pretty special to the Riders, to the CFL. There's a lot of character there and a lot of different memories. So being a part of the last Labor Day Classic there, it'll mean a lot to me. It'll be a good day.
And it's a good day for Quincy McDuffie. One play, and it's McDuffie going 80 yards for a Bomber touchdown.
Yes, it was, and a big throw by Matt Nichols. Quincy McDuffie will not break stride running under this deep ball by number 15 for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This streak and this roll continues. He gets the ball out of his hands. Matt Nichols rolls backside and then throws down the middle, and Quincy McDuffie just adjusts his angle a little bit, runs under that perfect shot down Main Street for McDuffie, playing the Bomber fight song.
First touchdown catch of the year for McDuffie. And Medlock adds the extra point.
The sixth play over 30 yards for Matt Nichols in this 4-game win streak. And he can't throw it any better. McDuffie gets inside leverage as he makes a nice head fake on Casey Rogers. And that's how Matt Nichols knows that he's got inside leverage. He's got to throw it in the middle, put a little air under it. Number 14 will just adjust his angle, take that baby and go to the house with it.
Just 6 for 33 coming into the game in the receiving department. Well, he betters that with one play and an 80-yard Bomber touchdown.
The architect of this comeback, Paul LaPolice, the offensive coordinator, and his quarterback, Matt Nichols, they have won these 4 straight games without Darvin Adams in the lineup. Weston Dressler just returns, but he's missed 3 in a row. Ryan Smith's not here. Paul LaPolice has put this 4-game win streak together and their offense back on track without their starting receiving core, and yet they're finding other ways.
And without the big plays like that, it's been a balanced attack, more run-oriented in the 4-game win streak. Just the 13th play of over 30 yards passing this season for Winnipeg. Big hit by Tony Burnett on the cover team, along with Derek Jones, and now the Roughriders have a 10-0 deficit and another slow start offensively, at least putting points on the board in the opening quarter.
Quads right tight X, 249. Seahawks are X.
Durant not mic'd up for this game, but
get a little play call. Everybody's in on the act. See what Darian Durant dials up. Fakes to Lawrence on a roll. Swings it to the far side, and here's the leading receiver. Naaman Roosevelt tossed down by C.J. Roberts. The most targeted receiver in the CFL in the first half of the season.
Yeah, 92 times, the halfway point of the season. That leads all receivers, 400-yard games, ranked 4th in the Canadian Football League in yards. Boy, he has done his thing. A lot of heavy lifting for Naaman Roosevelt in this offense.
13 on that catch, and the sweep to Kendall Lawrence. He'll turn the corner up across the 50 to the 53. Loeffler along with Cordy, a couple of young Canadians in on the stop, but it's 8 for Lawrence.
Eamon Roosevelt's University of Buffalo went in as a quarterback, and it was actually Drew Willie that took over for him, switched to receiver in college. And the rest is history. His projected numbers would be the best in Rider history if he continues on this pace.
Interesting, Jermaine Copeland was a terrific Canadian Football League receiver and switched from quarterback at Tennessee to the wide up spot. Here's Ricky Collins and C.J. Roberts on the spot to hit him as soon as Collins made the catch.
A little extra stuff behind the play on the Labor Day weekend, which can be expected. I think Thaddeus Coleman and Jamal Westerman getting into it as Durant puts that one on the sideline to the wide field. C.J. Roberts was very close. Remember, this Bomber secondary, 18 interceptions, or defense, I should say, not just from the secondary.
Collins held on, and it is a first down. Here comes pressure. Wide open far side. Shamad Chambers has a catch, and he's got another first down. Tackle on the play by Bruce Johnson.
Right now, Durant's working the sideline out in this area, usually to the wide field. The defense is trying to force Durant to make those longer throws to the outside. See if they start to clamp down on those outside plays as this game goes on.
17 for number 17. Back on the Bomber side of the field for the third time in this first quarter. And Lawrence, not much there. Euclid Cummings there defensively, along with Ian Wild, who is number 2 in the league in defensive play points this season.
71 in total. That adds them all up. Interception, the sack he's got, the tackles, 4th in the CFL in defensive tackles. You add up all those stats and you get defensive plays. He's number 2 in the league, 71 of them.
So second and long, Durant throws, and Collins can't make the shoot top catch. Another drive stalls on the final play of the opening quarter. 53rd annual Labor Day Classic, and the finale at Old Taylor Field. And the Bombers at the early edge, looking to end the slump. Double-digit first quarter lead for Winnipeg, but the stats tell a different story.
Yeah, 82-yarder to Quincy McDuffie. Again, and go back to Matt Nichols and just what he's done for this Bomber football team. 4 games, 4-0, carrying himself on and off the field and in the huddle as if he expects to win. You know, I talked to him yesterday, and Chris, he said that, you know, he's got a different perspective, went through some injury issues in Edmonton, got his chance in Winnipeg to finally start, and he's taking full advantage of it.
Probably revved up a little bit because he's playing Chris Jones, who was in Edmonton and under Jones last year, lost his job, was replaced by James Franklin when Mike Riley was hurt. Got a fresh start in Winnipeg, and he's made the most of it this year. Here's Trepigna trying to get Saskatchewan on the board, and he missed again. Same kick twice, and here comes Mo-Leggett. This time a better missed field goal return across midfield, and taken down at the Saskatchewan 48-yard line. So the rookie kicker having trouble, and the Riders still without a point in the game. Boy, almost a carbon copy of the first miss, just outside the upright. So the Bombers set up with terrific field position at the Saskatchewan 47-yard line. Here's Harris, and he gets swarmed just beyond the line of scrimmage. Newsom and Jeff Hecht. Looks like he's sharing the safety duties in this game with Matt Webster, and a loss of 1.
Missed opportunities for the Riders as they had a couple of chances now. Should have 6 points on the board and missed field goals. A couple of chances at interception. Struggling teams, when they get their opportunities, have to make those plays. Full credit to the Bombers. Take care of their opportunity.
2nd and 11. Harris stays in the block. They wanted to go deep to Dressler and overthrows the intended target. Justin Cox in coverage.
Communication issue there between Matt Nichols and Weston Dressler. Again, he's missed 3 games and is just back in the lineup. Justin Cox also rerouted him a little bit. Bit of contact down the field.
Yeah, I was looking to see if Mike O'Shea might challenge that play.
And he is now. Late challenge there from Michael O'Shea. I was going to say that contact was well beyond the 5-yard mark.
Winnipeg is challenging the ruling on the field. They believe there was defensive pass interference on Winnipeg number 7. The play will be reviewed.
So we've got a challenge on that play intended for Dressler. Cox in coverage. We'll have the verdict when we come back. So that last pass from Nichols to Dressler. Incomplete, but challenged by Michael O'Shea. Andre Proulx has the verdict.
After review, there was pass interference on Saskatchewan number 30 from the previous line of scrimmage. Automatic first down, Winnipeg.
It starts out illegal contact because it's contact past 5 yards down the field. That's the illegal contact, but it turns into pass interference by the official because the ball is thrown to Dressler.
We talked to Glenn Johnson about this kind of play. A lot of fans at home say, well, the receiver ran into the defensive back, but the interpretation is the deep back has sat down and is vulnerable, and the correct call. So here's Harris right side, running hard here in this opening half.
Well, I think the frustration in those calls, Chris, has been when it's away from the play, away from where the football is thrown, and that was the intended target for Dressler down the middle. He was rerouted by Justin Cox. There's the penalty, and they've got an opportunity here.
2nd and 3, Nichols rolling. He's got Dressler wide open, and he'll step up with another Winnipeg first down.
Area, even though they're on a 4-game win streak, that the Bombers can be better at when they get inside the red zone. They're right on the border right now. They're at about 50%. The good teams in the league are almost at 70% when inside the 20.
Yeah, Matt Nichols made mention of that yesterday. They 3 times early in the game against Montreal in the red zone, failed to score, settled for field goals, and that game was closer than it had to be. Threatening here to increase the lead. A slant to McDuffie, who's had the big place. Wrestled down by Casey Rogers that time after 4.
Boy, the timing, and the one thing that Matt Nichols throughout his career has not got enough credit for is how he understands the timing of how the offense works and when to get the football out of his hands quickly and when he can hold it for a split second. As good as any quarterback in the league at that. He anticipated the blitz, got the ball out of his hands immediately.
2nd down, short drop, looking for Dressler in the end zone. Incomplete. Turned one way, readjusted, and was unable to reel it in.
Well, the fact that he even got close is remarkable because Weston Dressler is starting down the field looking for the corner route over his left outside shoulder, has to readjust, finds the football. That's tough in itself, just to find the ball again and then get his hands on it. Lays out but can't bring it in.
Welcome back. Hope you have a brutal day. Yes, we're back in Saskatchewan. Well, that would have been a spectacular catch for Dressler. The field goal attempt by Medlock, and he's made another. So it's 22 consecutive for Medlock. And the lead now 13 for the Bombers here. Early 2nd quarter at Mosaic. Terrible news early this morning when the Winnipeg Blue Bombers announced the passing of Jerry Maslowski, a beloved member of the Bomber organization for a long time. Their amateur historian as well, close contact with so many of the players, and an aggressive form of cancer takes Jerry away from us. There was a moment of silence before the game. Paul Appolice hit hard, a sign of tribute, and JM on the helmets of the players. Jerry also a pillar in the community, left the Bombers to be the CEO of Variety, the children's charity in Manitoba, and he will be missed. And our sympathies go out to his wife Chris, daughters Kaylee and Tara, and son Bobby on this very difficult day. Not just the guys on the field who make a difference. And Jerry made it in Winnipeg. Just past the 4-minute mark here in the second quarter. 2nd and 11 Roughriders. Durant back to pass, throwing the sideline right. There's Rob Begg. The tenant, the landlord, is Weston Dressler. And now Rob Begg on the board in this game with a catch.
Yeah, it's going to be well short, though. No gain on first down. And the Riders will have to kick the ball away, and that's exactly the way the Winnipeg defense wants to do this. Get the Riders offense in 2nd and long, force Durant to throw it to the wide side of the field, which is a low percentage throw. Rally, make the tackle, and force them to kick.
First 2 and out of the game, but it might not be a 2 and out. They've got the end around going to Ed Geedy, but the execution not good, and the gamble doesn't work. And Geedy is forced out of bounds, well short of the first down, as Tony Burnett would have none of it.
It doesn't work, and I didn't catch the number, but it doesn't work because the Bombers come upfield and are not blocked right here off the edge, and that just causes problems with the exchange from Gainey coming around from right to left in your screen. It looked like it might have been Loeffler. No, it wasn't Loeffler. Burnett, Tony Burnett.
So Winnipeg takes over inside the 39. They hand it off to Dressler. And Dressler runs down about the 34-yard line, pick up a 5. He'll run the ball occasionally, but you wonder on this occasion if he's more featured than normal.
Could be. Could be. And that, by the way, that will go in the books as another turnover for this Bomber football team. It'll be a turnover on downs on the special teams. So they continue to rack them up.
Plus 17. 6 turnovers in each of the last 3 games. There's Shepard, and he is upended. That's a solid defensive play. Made by Otha Foster III, and now the field goal team has to come on. As Shepard stopped short.
Yeah, monster play for the Riders on defense from Otha Foster. Bombers put a major on the board after that turnover on downs, and this one could get away on the Riders quickly. That was sudden change. Foster steps up. Justin Medlock's been money. Is that 22 straight now?
Got off to a shaky start, wasn't happy, but boy, he has dialed in. Well, this one off the bar will stop the streak. Dead ball. And it ends a club record 22 consecutive.
And I'm not going to check my Twitter because Bomber fans are going to blame me for jinxing them.
Well, I didn't think anything could jinx Justin Medlock. Remains 13-0.
The leader of this defense for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers has been Maurice Leggett. 5 interceptions on the season, 3 for touchdowns. They have 18 total defensively. Compare that to the Riders with just 3 touchdowns. Leggett has more, or excuse me, 3 interceptions. Leggett has more touchdowns than the Riders do total interceptions as a team. Here he comes.
Leggett on the blitz. It's checked off to Lawrence, and he gets taken down quickly by Kevin Fogg. as the Roughriders start at the 25 after the dead ball off the upright.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers obviously lead the league in turnovers, lead the league in takeaways. There's Leggett on the blitz coming off that edge. And they lead the league in defensive touchdowns. 4 total, 3 by 31.
2nd and 7. 5-man rush. Pass is caught by Holly. Cuts back for the first down. Flag on the play. Prime target so far in this game has been Caleb Holly. But this one is not going to stand.
Saskatchewan, number 58, 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Left tackle Xavier Fulton.
Negative play by Fulton. So the Saskatchewan Roughriders, good on the Labor Day weekend over the last 11 years, 11-0, but they have to figure out this Bomber defense to do it, make it 12-0 this afternoon.
Fulton, one of only 9 riders back from last year's Labor Day team. Pass over the middle and knifing through is Naaman Roosevelt, and that's a big 2nd down conversion catch to keep the Roughriders offense on the field. 22 for number 82.
Having issues with our telestrator right now, but to the left of your screen, Naaman Roosevelt's going to show up right down the hash mark there. Timing throw by Durant in traffic. Big 1st down conversion.
1st down, Roughriders up at the 40. And over the middle, Rob Bag, tough catch in traffic. And a 1st down up at the midfield stripe.
Injured Bomber down. I wasn't sure if it was the safety or if it was Maurice Leggett who had rolled back to the middle. It was Leggett. He's getting up, limping on that left leg.
He doesn't want to come out. Looks like he's going to be okay. Terrific catch here by Rob Pegg. So 1st down, just nudging into Bomber territory again. And Kendall Lawrence down to around the 50, has close to 5.
Those 2 plays over the middle. First one to Naaman Roosevelt and then to Rob Bag. Durant in the 1st quarter was throwing it to the outside. That's where the Bomber were giving him some room on the outside. Those long throws. Those are the first 2 down the middle. They were in traffic. The Riders came up with the catch.
Darian Durant, 12 of 16 in this 1st half, 174 yards, but still hasn't put any points on the board yet. That pass caught by Dembski, and he has the catch. Another 1st down. C.J. Roberts, the tackle. The former Oak Park High School player in the Winnipeg area, has another catch against the team he grew up watching.
Ran that route just the way he was supposed to, just past the 1st down marker, came back to the ball at the marker and moved the chains.
Darian Durant dealing 7 different receivers, and now Caleb Holly. He cut back and lost a couple. Kevin Fogg brings him down.
Sometimes you'll hear coaches say for Holly, just take that ball and hit it up the middle hard. But they'll allow players to try and make plays. He was trying to get back, turn around, and see if he could make a couple of guys miss and get some yak yards, some yards after the catch out of it.
4th catch. And 80 yards for Caleb Holly so far in this opening half. 8th play of the drive. 2nd and long. Maybe a free play. Durant's got Ricky Collins 1st down. Upended by Leggett, but the Roughriders on the move here. It appeared Winnipeg was offside. But wait a minute now.
Offside. Saskatchewan.
And now the official eye in the sky is going to confer here.
After review, The offside by Saskatchewan, number 88, is confirmed by replay. 5-yard penalty, second down.
So it was Hawley, and it is offside Saskatchewan. But somebody there on the line for Winnipeg might have been the reason for the flag, but it negates a big first down for the Roughriders. 2nd and 12. Here comes pressure, and Durant in trouble. And there's Taylor Loeffler, the rookie safety, getting home.
Boy, he was free down the middle. And what a story Taylor Loeffler's become. A couple of interceptions, and he hasn't had all that much playing time, but Loeffler has taken full advantage of this opportunity. Missed on the inside by Marcus Hall. He's clean. Durant did not have a chance.
First career sack. I'd like to see a new trophy in the league for the best first-year Canadian. And he'd be the leading candidate, I think, through the first half of this season if there was one. Flag on that return as Fogg runs out of bounds with 3:34 left on the clock here in the first half. Again, Loeffler spent some time here as a youngster.
Vanier Cup champion.
In Regina, UBC, Boise State, but check the flag here for
Ring return, holding. Winnipeg, number 25. Half the distance to goal, first down.
You know, and I'm not putting it all on those guys, but, you know, a few changes in the lineup for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers have made a big difference. It starts with Matt Nichols. He gets the start. They're 4-0 since then. But they also, about that time, started Loeffler at safety and Travis Bond at left guard. Those three changes have been difference makers for him.
Penalty against Bruce Johnson, backs Winnipeg inside their 10. Another flag as Andrew Harris tries the right side. Fred Bennett on the corner, first to meet him.
Now it takes the entire team. Andrew Harris has been very good over this 4-game
Too many
win
men
streak.
on the field. Saskatchewan, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And in fact, Andrew Harris, Chris, has been 30% of the team's total yards in the 4 games. So a lot of guys are contributing, including on the special teams. This is a different ball team, different team.
Penalty against the Roughriders. Too many men on the field, and they had 13 out there even after the penalty call. They still weren't sure, and it's Greg Jones who comes off. Gives the Bombers a little breathing room. Quick hitter, and that ball batted down. Ed Geaney on the blitz. Got his hands on the football for the rejection. And that's the 3-minute warning here in the opening half. Bombers with the lead, and the Roughriders mistakes adding up.
To talk about this first half, will the streak end today? We're going to talk about that at the GMC playbook and the keys. The first half, or the keyboard in this case. Who knows? CC suits, maybe a banjo next week.
Milt singing at halftime, is that what I heard?
Well, let's hope not.
Couple of streaks on the line. Bombers have won 4 straight. Saskatchewan 11 straight on Labor Day. 2nd and 10, and Quincy McDuffie has another catch, and forward progress enough for the first down. So McDuffie moves the chains.
And go back to the penalty just to confirm. Here you go. There's your 13 men.
And a penalty that never plays well here.
No, absolutely not. Just ripped off another Band-Aid. But Matt Nichols converts on 2nd and 10. He set it down.
They got a free first down on the penalty, then one for McDuffie. And now Dressler out of the backfield. Justin Cox tracks him and brings him down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good close by Justin Cox, because he was in a chase position here as Dressler's coming out of the backfield. He's got leverage. Dressler's coming out this way, and Cox has got to chase him. Now he's behind initially, but he closes that ground in a hurry. There's 31. See, he's about a half a yard behind, and then he closes quickly. and catches Dressler from behind.
They do give Dressler 1, so 2nd and 9. 3 receivers near side. Over the middle, they were looking for Dressler, and it's high and incomplete. So the Roughriders will get the ball back late in this first half, trying to close the gap. But a couple of valuable first downs, one on the penalty that improved the field position for Winnipeg.
I would suggest this is an important drive for the Saskatchewan Roughriders for a few reasons.
33-yard punt. Kendall Lawrence on the return, so the field position is excellent. As the Roughriders will take over around midfield. Well, coming up at halftime, Milt will sing, and he'll also have the GMC Precision Playbook on what should be challengeable. And that will be an interesting topic. I'm sure the fans have their own opinions.
In his opinion, or overall the panel's opinion? We'll see. In the Precision Playbook. Important drive here for the Riders.
Is it ever?
Grab some momentum. Get back in this game if they can score.
And since they did that last week against Edmonton, final drive, a game that Edmonton had in control, and Ricky Collins gets loose and down to the 33-yard line. That's a good start.
Be a big drive in their season, too. They can get some momentum here and some points going in at halftime. It gives them some confidence, a team that has looked very similar to this team that has got just one win to this point with mistakes in the first half, missed opportunities. They score here, they start to believe. This is an important one, see if they can finish it.
Darren Durant over 200 passing yards in this first half. First down, has some time, far side of the field, and couldn't get it to Chambers with Bruce Johnson in the trail position. But in the last drive of the first half last week, they settled for 3. It didn't look important at the time at 22-3, but they reeled off 19 consecutive points and made it interesting at Commonwealth.
That was a tough throw by Darren Durant there, Chris, because of the position from Bruce Johnson in that trail.
So 2nd and 10.
Here they come.
Skied on, going to take a shot for Hawley in the corner, incomplete. Step for step was Johnny Adams and got some help from Kevin Fogg.
Chris Jones is getting some help from the fan base, who I think would like him to challenge this. It's going to be Johnny Adams in coverage. Looks like he's okay. The hand fighting should be allowed. I don't know that Jones will take a chance. You've got the field goal team out there.
Still looking at it.
But he's going to keep that challenge flag in his pocket. He's going to take a look. He is going to take a look. I didn't see on that initial replay anything more than hand fighting between Hawley and Adams.
Like he was.
Saskatchewan is challenging to be ruling on the field. They believe there was defensive pass interference on their receiver number 88. The play will be reviewed.
And from this view, it looked like Chris Jones was helping identify exactly what they should be looking for.
Well, exactly. Yeah, he was trying to. That's okay. Now the hand fighting. You can see Hawley with a little push and Adams with a little push, and trying to just get position with the right arm of Adams, the left hand and arm of Hawley.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is an incomplete pass. 3rd down. Saskatchewan will be charged 1 timeout.
Well, I think Chris Jones probably felt there was more of a push because of Hawley's angle out of bounds as he ran out of bounds. Looked like he might have been pushed out there at the end.
Sure, if you're wearing a green and white jersey, you say, well, he was rerouted, but it did seem incidental.
They're going to allow the hand fighting. Not surprised on the call at all.
So Krapina trying to get it on target, now through, and Gets the cheer from the crowd to get Saskatchewan on the board. 13-3. Could be much closer than that.
The way it transpired, though, it will give Matt Nichols another shot, as Chris Jones still trying to explain.
And he's talking about that hand, and you believe as an old DB that the hand fighting is okay.
Well, you saw it both ways. I mean, Hawley tried to get a little separation with his left hand, a little bit of a push, and pushing down the DB in Adams' hand. So they will allow the hand fighting. I mean, I sat in the rules committee meeting and listened to the debate from the coaches and the rules committee talk about that. They want to allow the hand fighting and allow the players to determine the outcome of the play. Not surprised that they didn't overturn that.
Bombers look for a response here in the late stages first half, and they start with a completion over the middle. And getting swarmed after the catch, Gerard Shepard in his second start.
Well, even that field goal for the Riders could be a chance to grab a little momentum, but Matt Nichols can erase it if he can match it with a field goal of his own.
14 to Shepard, again the target, this time incomplete. Casey Leonard applying heat, may have got his hand on the football, back after missing last week's game. So into the final minute now. As you mentioned, Bombers trying to take away the momentum by putting points back on the board, but Saskatchewan can get the ball back here in the final minute too. And that pass is caught. There's Shepard again. Big first down catch. Excuse me, Clarence Denmark with the catch. Clarence Denmark with his first. Guy who was let go by the Saskatchewan Roughriders earlier this season.
Yeah, his fourth straight start for the Bombers as they went through injuries in their receiving core. Second game back, he had 7 catches for 195 yards against Toronto. Huge game for him.
Mark him just short. You can see that it'll be a third down and about the length of the football from where they've spotted. Now they look at it again, and I think Andre Prue says it's a first down.
Well, Matt Nichols was upset there. He wanted to get that tempo up on the line before the Rider defense could set, and they weren't going to blow it in until they were sure on the spot. When they got the final spot, it was a first down, so bringing his regular offense.
First down, slant, Rory Pollard can't make the catch. Working against Fred Bennett, the veteran on the corner.
Nice play by Bennett. It's his second start. There's Rory Pollard on the outside. He comes into that press. Bennett up high shoulder, gets the knockdown to put Matt Nichols in second and long one more time.
Need about 10 to get into Medlock field goal range. Second and 10. And throwing underneath, Pollard's got the catch. Stretches out for the first down stick, and they're going to mark him close at the 41. That should be enough.
Yes, it should. There's a couple of riders there right on the sideline. Thought that Rory Pollard may have stepped out before he got up there to that first down marker. But I think he tightrope walked the sideline very nicely. What a play.
Terrific play by the former Saskatchewan Husky. First down, Nichols rolling and has another completion. Second catch of this game for Clarence Denmark, who had that monster game against the Argos a few weeks back with 7 for 195 and a pair of touchdowns.
Yeah, this may seem like a small thing, but this drive by Matt Nichols is huge, because they're now in field goal range to take the momentum away from that field goal for the Riders.
Another quick hitter, McDuffie the catch. Casey Rogers brings him down. Over 100 for McDuffie in this first half. Another Winnipeg first down, and time for a couple more plays before Medlock is needed.
Yeah, you could squeeze 3 more in here, Chris, and don't even have to go to the end zone here. Well, now they maybe take one shot.
It's Slay going to take that shot. End zone. Incomplete. Shepard had his hands on it. Working against Rogers down the rail.
Boy, Matt Nichols puts that ball right where he has to. He's got press coverage on the outside, so he wants to throw it to the outside corner and let his receiver and Shepard run underneath it. Shepard has a step. Ball hits him in both hands, and he can't reel it in. Just can't secure it. Had both hands on it, but in field goal range to answer the field goal from Saskatchewan.
Good looking drive, and now Medlock called upon to hit from 29 out. The field goal streak over at 22, and he just gets that one in. Ball had to move a little draw to get back into scoring position. 16-3 at the half. Bombers with the lead as they try to end the 11-game Labor Day drought on the Marks Labor Day weekend as it continues from sold-out Mosaic Stadium. Last Bomber win on Labor Day here, 2004. They've got a 13-point lead as we head to the second half. But first, Lee Jones with Naaman Roosevelt.
Naaman, 5 times you're in Winnipeg territory, only managed 3 points. What's changing as soon as you cross the midfield stripe?
We just got to, be more disciplined, be more attack and just finish our drives. We're getting down there, we're making good plays. We just got to finish. That's it.
You've now reached over 900 yards receiving this season. Are you noticing any more attention to you out there?
I definitely am, but we got a bunch of great receivers on this team, and everybody's making plays this game, and we just got to finish. So we're coming out here second half to finish this game.
Thanks for this.
Thank you.
Probably the most popular rider. He could run for mayor, although on Twitter I see some calling him the president. But he's had a terrific first half of the year.
Boy, is he ever. He has been the guy, this offense for Darian Durant all season.
Boy, some self-inflicted wounds for the home team in that first half. They will get the ball and the breeze at their back, although it has not been a significant factor. Here as we start the third quarter, and Ricky Collins has the return up around the 35-yard line. The numbers for Darian Durant in the offense would suggest they should have a lot more than 3 points.
15-21 for Durant, 208 yards passing. Numbers between the two teams pretty close offensively. But you're right, missed opportunities in the red zone. 5 times down inside of Winnipeg territory and came away with 3 points.
Career 11-3 record against Winnipeg for Durant. Comes out firing to Hawley, who has another catch, steps out at around the 42-yard line. And that's his 5th catch of the game, now up to 88 for number 88, Caleb Hawley. So second and short, 4 for 11 in second down conversions in the first half. And the hitch to Hawley. And a straight arm, Johnny Adams wrestles him out. And will draw the flag in hostile territory at the Roughrider bench.
Adams and Hawley have been in a bit of a battle here this afternoon. Was that call that Chris Jones challenged late?
Unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg number 20. A 15-yard penalty enforced from the end of the run. First down.
That's a good call by the official because Adams is okay there, but as he's 3 or 4 yards out of bounds and then flips Hawley into the bench, that's where he drew the flag.
So it's a net of 18, first down. And for the 6th time in the game, Saskatchewan on the Bombers' side of half. Ian Wild showing blitz. They swing it to Bag, trying to get outside, and Mo Leggett shut it down in a hurry. Great close by Leggett on the football.
And good news for Bomber fans. Maurice Leggett, injured in the first half. Did not leave the game, though. Was limping badly and stayed in. Got through it, and he hustles to get Rob Bagg out of bounds on that last play.
Wants to be called the dime back, not a linebacker. Made that clear yesterday.
Well, dime back is DB, so he wants everyone to know he's a DB playing up in the box.
4 for Bagg, so 2nd and 6. Pin to Lawrence, and Ian Wild showing you his range, making the tackle and bringing up 3rd down.
Well, that's exactly right, Chris, and this is what this Bomber defense has done. I mean, that was tremendous speed from Ian Wild. Kendall Lawrence turns the corner here. He gets 1st down plus more. I mean, it's 10-15 before he gets to the next guy wearing a white and blue jersey. Ian Wild tracks him down.
Well, 3rd down looked like a kick team was coming out, but now the offense stays on the field. So 3rd and a gamble here. Rob Bagg has it, makes the first man miss, but he's going to come up short. So. Had to get to the 40-yard line, and it looks like the mark is going to be, well, right about there. It's going to be within inches, but it appears from this vantage point, it's going to be short. Had to make the white paint, and it doesn't look like he did. And it is Winnipeg 1st down. Another turnover on downs for Chris Jones's crew.
Kevin Fogg involved in celebrating on the tackle on Rob Bagg. Like the Riders were trying to use the element of surprise and run their offense back on. It almost looked like they barely even set to have this be a legal play. They do get it snapped, get it to Bagg, but good gang tackle, team tackling, team defense from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers there.
Now, I think he was short, but then the officials put the ball on the 40, which would have at least required a measurement, but neither here nor there. Now as Andrew Harris moves ahead, you're watching closely when Bagg went down, clearly did not make the 40-yard line where he had to be.
No, the spot was correct, and it was short. That's a turnover and down, second one of the game, and the second sort of gamble where the Riders have tried a fake punt that didn't work, and that 3rd down gamble with their offense.
Bombers 8 for 13 in 2nd down conversions. Look at 2nd and 6. Nichols throwing it to Quincy McDuffie, another catch, having a huge Labor Day for the Bombers.
Matt Nichols, his accuracy remarkable. I mean, it has been in this 4-game win streak. He's going to throw that to the outside corner for Quincy McDuffie on the outside here. And this fade route is thrown perfectly. Fred Bennett doesn't even know the ball has arrived until he has it in his hands.
Back that way again. On target again with the same precision.
Wow. Now a double team on Dressler, and 15 threads the needle. I mean, Dressler here is going to get that layered, but there's two. There's a high player for Saskatchewan and one underneath, little fake screen. And look at how precise that throw is from Matt Nichols. Outstanding accuracy.
5th catch for Dressler, now at 50 yards.
Somewhere his Eastern Washington coach, Bo Baldwin, is smiling, watching this one.
Well, for 2 reasons. The way his old quarterback's playing, and they beat Washington State last night to open their season. Into the end zone. Dressler can't make what would have been a circus catch.
Wow. That would have been a circus catch, and I'm not sure if he would have come down inbounds. Can't cover it any better, I know that. They go into the isolation with Dressler by himself in the short side of the field, one-on-one on Justin Cox. I'm not sure even if he brings it down, he's going to land inbounds. It looked like he was on that white stripe.
They've taken a couple of shots at Dressler in the end zone here in his return to Mosaic. Paul LaPolice is a sentimental kind of guy. 2nd and 10. They look back the other way. Andrew Harris gets away from the first man. Jeff Knox will bump him out on the sidelines, marked out at the 10, and it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, it looks like Knox got just enough of him And Andrew Harris, he reads it and gets just enough. He's going to get some help there. Jones is the guy who just gets him down that rail, and then he steps on the white line.
They've even stepped out before Jones. Contact
there,
right there. Yep. So it's 3rd down and 4. And after some deliberation on the Bombers sidelines, see what they've elected to do. Justin Medlock's out.
Tempting, but this is the call. Take the points.
Would make it a 16-point lead for the Bombers as Medlock hits from 18 out. 2 touchdowns and a pair of 2-point converts. Now the difference. Bombers increase the lead here. Early 3rd quarter on Labor Day. Ageless Rob Lowe takes the hot seat for a hilarious night of insults from an all-star roster of comedians and celebrities, along with Roastmaster David Spade. Don't miss the roast of Rob Lowe tomorrow at 10 Eastern, only on Comedy. There'd be some pretty good insults in that crowd today if you were wearing blue and gold, although they might be giving as good as they're taking. Darian Durant with a pass to the far sideline, and Roosevelt the catch, but not getting up. Now gets some help from Rob Bagg and Caleb Hawley, but still feeling the effects of that contact, and that can't be good.
No, Riders cannot lose Naaman Roosevelt. And they want any chance to get back in the fight in the West Division. For the Riders, it's got to start right now. I mean, if they could get on a roll like the Winnipeg Blue Bombers did 4 games ago, they can get right back in the fight. They've got the Bombers again next week and then a game against Edmonton, but they won't be able to do it without Naaman Roosevelt.
Well, he fought to stay in. Now he's in his route. Durant looking downfield and not going to get it off. Sacked from another former Rough Rider. Keith Sholigan has his 2nd in as many games, and that one will be sweet for a guy who won 6 of them here with the Rough Riders.
Let's take a look. It looked to me like Darian Durant wanted the corner route here from Rob Bagg, who's well covered by Bruce Johnson. Hold it right there, guys, for a second. He got Mo Leggett on top, Bruce Johnson underneath. Can't throw it, can't pull the trigger in double coverage, and has to take the sack.
Dan McDonald, the long snapper, just called in yesterday with an injury to Jorgen Hughes. Got it back to Bartel, who got a good bounce, and look out, Fogg misplayed it and has to eat it around the 5, and fortunate he maintained possession with AC Leonard roaring downfield looking for the loose football. Well, a mistake by Fogg, not as costly though as it could have been. Marks and TSN want to show you what it means to be a CFL fan. Download the TSN Go app and use the Marks Fan Cam feature, or us, Marks Fan Cam, on Instagram or Twitter to share your game day pictures and videos. Best fan submissions may be featured on TSN, and there should be some good ones based on what we've seen here.
There'll be some classics at the Classic.
Well, after the Kevin Fogg punt return, they're deep in their own zone, but Matt Nichols has found a way to get his offense out of trouble throughout this game.
Yeah. It's whether they're in negative territory like this and he has to just get them out of the hole. But look at the difference in 2015, 2-5, and the record. Matt Nichols at 4-0, and that's 6 touchdowns to 1 interception. Protecting the ball nicely. Again, I'm not jinxing the quarterback from the Bombers. Bomber fans watching at home.
First time he's been over 250 in a game in 4 starts. As they hand it off straight ahead, Andrew Harris looking for the first down.
I talked to Paul LaPolice before the game about Matt Nichols and his 4-game win streak. And he said, you know, the numbers aren't jumping off the charts. I mean, he's not averaging over 300 yards like some of the other quarterbacks in the league, but doesn't have to. It's those answers, like just before the end of the first half when Saskatchewan, inside of 3 minutes, inside of 2 minutes, kicks a field goal, takes some momentum. Matt Nichols comes back with a drive to get that field goal back. Those are the small things that happen and add up and turn into wins.
But for the first time today, Nichols and the Bombers are 2 and out. Rough Riders should get good field position. In fact, Kendall Lawrence waiting at the Bomber 50. Medlock will back him off to the Rider 50, 44-yard kick. And he'll be tossed down short of midfield. James tucked downfield along with Garrett Wagner. Good 44-yard boot, but Darian Durant will try and take advantage of this field position midway through the third quarter when we come back. After this one's over, we'll be headed to Hamilton for the game tomorrow. Since we better remember to take a canned good or two. The food drive for Purolator, Tackle Hunger tomorrow at Tim Hortons Field. Ticats and Argos, the second half of our doubleheader. Rod and Dwayne will have Calgary and Edmonton, and that will be a beauty.
That's going to be fun too, yeah. What a matchup.
Here a 16-point lead, but Saskatchewan with the football near midfield. There's Roosevelt, shook off that ding on the last series, and Rough Riders back in Bomber territory once again.
You know, these turnovers created by the Winnipeg defense aren't by luck. There's a couple of reasons. One is gang tackling. When you get more than one hat on the ball, look at one there. Here comes another. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Bombers involved in the tackle.
Now Kendall Lawrence, quick hole right side, and Lawrence will pound down inside the 40 with a first down run.
You get gang tackling like that, the first guy that's in on the tackle can rip the ball out, can try and rip the ball out, knowing that if he doesn't secure the tackle, he's got teammates that'll rally to it. This is a nice play by Kendall Lawrence. Again, there's 3 or 4 Bombers going to rally to him. That ball comes out. White and blue are all over it. That's how they've created these turnovers. See if Darian Durant can avoid that on this drive.
6 for 26 on the ground for Lawrence at a 15-yarder wiped out by penalty. Durant downfield. Roosevelt stretches out. Touchdown. No, they're going to say incomplete.
They're waving it off. Bruce Johnson helped. The official wave it off. Roosevelt wants a challenge. Let's take a look and see if he used the ground to help him make the catch and secure it. No question he did. That's not a catch.
He tried to sell it. It would have been spectacular. Might have been catch of the year material. And the fans here want a challenge, but
Saskatchewan is challenging the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass. The play will be reviewed.
But it looked like that ball was on the white paint in the end zone. Well, they'll take another look at it. Chris Jones is not convinced. Neither of these fans. Well, he could put Naaman Roosevelt in sales because he sold this and at least has the crowd at Mosaic and his coach thinking it's a touchdown.
Well, and he has the replay official taking a longer look at this than I thought he might, because when we saw the first replay and the ISO on Naaman Roosevelt, it looked clear to me that the ball rolled on the turf. I mean, let's take another look. Here it goes. Now, it hits the ground right there. Hold it there, guys. I mean, you can't use the ground to help you make the catch.
And the arm not underneath?
No, that's...
After review, the ruling on the field is confirmed by replay. It was an incomplete pass. Saskatchewan has charged their final timeout. Third down.
Here's Johnson.
Correction, it should be second down, 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Bomber halfback had a good view of it, but the official waved it incomplete immediately. And they had it right.
So it is 2nd and 10. From the 37. 3 receivers far side over the middle. That one low but caught. Roosevelt kept that one off the turf to move the chains.
Yeah, that was a good catch down low. And Durant really had to put it there. There was coverage on the inside, and he has to throw it into the middle here. Double ins, one from Rob Bagg and one from Roosevelt. That time, no question, that was a catch.
6th catch, 70 yards for Roosevelt, who had 175 last week. And they're chipping away with Roosevelt again in front of Kevin Fogg.
You know, on plays like this, I often wonder defensively, is this where Richie Hall decides to roll coverage to number 82 and try and double team him? A couple ways to do that. You can use a linebacker and a halfback to play on the inside and the outside shade, or you could play him with a press guy up in his face and an over-the-top man to help out. Defensive coordinator could make that call right now. We'll see.
First red zone of the game, last in the league. Durant spins that one deep, and Collins looks for a flag, and it does fly in behind as he was obstructed en route.
Yeah, and that one on Bruce Johnson looked to me like it was illegal contact because it rerouted Ricky Collins. It actually changed his momentum. There he is right there in the
illegal
slot.
Contact on the receiver. Winnipeg number 25. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well passed. You get that's clear cut. Illegal contact turns into pass interference when the ball's thrown to him. Correct call again made. That penalty against 25.
Oh, it's first and goal just inside the 10. Ball's in the air. He wants pass interference. Doesn't get that call.
And he has an argument. Ball thrown to Ricky Collins means that illegal contact turns into defensive pass interference.
Pass caught by Lawrence, and he kept his balance,
nice balance
to get inside the 5 after the initial contact near the line of scrimmage.
You know, to be quite honest, Kendall Lawrence has underachieved. They wanted to make him a feature tailback. That's been a position that's been tough to solidify and to nail down for the Riders. They've gone through 5. Kendall Lawrence, they thought was the answer. He's underachieved, but that's a big play to keep his balance and get him down on the doorstep.
Yeah, C.J. Roberts with the initial contact, but Lawrence falls forward. 2nd and goal from the 4. Durant, end zone to the back. It's a touchdown. Caleb Hawley has his first in the Canadian Football League.
Well, a major for the fans to cheer here at Mosaic Stadium. Touchdown pass from Darian Durant. Nice touch over the top of the coverage to Caleb Hawley.
So Mosaic erupts. They look for 2. 0 for 1 on the year, 2-point converts. That, by the way, the first touchdown pass by Durant in 4 games. And now looks for 2, and he's got it. Double dips to Hawley. And 88's been out of the gate all afternoon long. Eight points, and now an 8-point Bomber lead.
And another target, a weapon emerging here in the Rider offense. Started out, Hawley made the first few catches of this game for Darian Durant, goes back to him. Nice catch over the top on the touchdown, and then a quick slant underneath on a rub play to get the 2-point convert. We got a ball game.
8 plays, 56 yards. And Hawley caps it. Just shy of 100 on the game. And finally a breakthrough for Chris Jones's offense. Quincy McDuffie on the return. Had some great returns last week against Montreal. Flag comes down at the end of this return, which stops at around the 34. Last points for the Riders were answered by Matt Nichols. We'll see if he can do it again.
Well, this is where he has been so good in that coming back after the opponent has put points on the board. Matt Nichols has had an answer. Let's see if
During the return, holding, Winnipeg, number 25, 10-yard penalty, first down Winnipeg.
Couple of calls on the teams against Bruce Johnson in this game.
and won that last series on defense.
And so it's the Bombers backed up at their 13. Just had their first 2 and out. Fake to Harris and Nichols over the middle, and he's got Gerard Shepard, the big target. And a guy who won his job, and I know you love this, when a guy wins a starter's job because of how hard he played on the team.
Yeah, absolutely, and Michael O'Shea, of course, his head coach, is a guy who will be watching those special teams films very closely to see who are the guys playing hard on every down and who get a chance to work their way into the starting lineup.
Big physical target. Fred Bennett brought him down. Andrew Harris on the ground. Bounces it outside, but good pursuit. And taken down by Greg Knox Jr., the weak side linebacker.
We're still in the third quarter as it winds down here, Chris. But again, this is, to me, a crucial point in the football game. Can the Riders get a stop here on defense? If not, Matt Nichols continues to find answers when opponent scores. This is the big one right here.
Second and 7. And the throw to Harris out of the backfield, and he's not going to get there.
I'll tell you what, the fans here in Saskatchewan have been frustrated with three-man pressure called in key situations by Chris Jones. This time he calls it, and it works. They've got three-man pressure up front, and here is the design of it. Go ahead and run it, guys. 3 guys are going to come. That's it. But what they're trying to do is dictate to the quarterback to throw it underneath that deep drop of all those players back in coverage. They rally to make the tackle, hold them short, and they're going to have to punt.
Boy, Fred Bennett was there, but so was Otha Foster and Corey Jones. So a punting situation. Medlock airing it out to the 36. And Lawrence brings it back to the 43-yard line. So under a half minute to go here in the third quarter. And the Rough Rider offense coming off their first touchdown of the game and their first passing touchdown in 4 games goes back to try and get even closer.
And Darren Durant poised to cross that 300-yard barrier, passing that would be his 33rd of his career. He's got 3 of his 7 games over 300, the first 2 to start the season.
4 receivers wide side as Roosevelt waggled that way. Collins comes back for the football. Spins, tried to spin away from Mo Leggett, and Leggett hung on to the jersey and wraps him up.
Boy, he doesn't come back here. This is textbook. This is a receiver playing the fundamentals so well. Ricky Collins comes up. If he doesn't step back, come back to the ball, that play is made underneath by Bruce Johnson.
So 6 for Collins. 2nd and 4 at the Rough Rider 50. Should be the last play of the third quarter. Durant stands in, wide open, Neiman Roosevelt. First down, and Loeffler is going to make the jersey clinging tackle. But the Rough Riders on the board late in the third quarter and now have generated some momentum and some noise here at Mosaic on the final Labor Day Classic at the old stadium. They go down to the wire here in the fourth quarter. The old adage, throw out the records on Labor Day. 1-8 versus 5-4, and look at the net yards.
It's just
dead even.
Yeah, bang on. The stats are almost identical. We've got a football game, and you can feel that momentum shifting a little bit, can't you?
It is amazing how quickly it can turn, and now the Roughriders have a chance to get even closer. And we know that Mike O'Shea, the coach of the Bombers, senses that momentum and is trying to do something about it.
Well, absolutely. It was the defensive stop by Saskatchewan after the major, and Michael O'Shea himself rallied the team, brought them together on the sideline during that break to say, guys, momentum is shifting here. We've still got the lead. Don't let it disappear on you. Get the stop right now. See if his defense responds.
Trying to put a stop to this drive and an 11-game Labor Day win streak for the Roughriders. 1st and 10. Durant time underneath bag. And he'll get pushed out by the guy Milton calls the Fog Dog, Kevin Fogg, there defensively.
Well, what a player he has become in a short amount of time. The number 1 DB in the defensive play list in the league.
Hard to find a better first-year player in the league than 23.
Those guys are usually linebackers because they're involved in so many different aspects. Not often DBs, but he's in the top 10.
And got 8, so 2nd and 2. Durant under duress, get away, and forward for the first down. Khalil Bass brought him down, but Durant, a little improvisation there. Hasn't run in this game, but it's an important first down.
Yeah, I said earlier in the game, Chris, when you mentioned that Darian Durant is the leading rusher in the Saskatchewan team, that's not a good thing. They've gone through tailbacks. They still haven't settled in on exactly who's going to be that guy. Curtis Steele is actually still number 2, and he only played 4 games to start the season before injured. But Durant will still get it done, and that was a big first down.
More pressure from Westerman. They throw back this way, and Bag trying to get away, and the Roughriders need tearaway jerseys. Ian Wild clutching the green cloth that time, and there are flags in a couple of spots on the field.
There's the running backs they've gone through. Curtis Steele is 2nd behind Darian Durant. Injuries.
Foul. Face mask. Winnipeg number 38. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Well, a guy that is rarely penalized takes a major call here, Ian Wild.
Yeah, and he did get the mask. He got up, didn't see it initially because all the attention was to the back, but you can clearly see with the right hand, Rob Baggs' face mask was grabbed and head pulled down into that direction.
So the ball down to the Bomber 13. 1st and 10. More pressure off the edge, underneath. Short pickup and untouched. Lawrence gets up and gets 4 more.
Great play call here and executed well by Durant because they anticipate pressure down here from Richie Hall. They're going to send the blitz, but they rolled Durant away from that blitz. Blitz is coming from the right of your screen. You don't see it yet. There's Ian Wild, but there's Fogg on the outside. They roll away from that blitz, so Durant has extra time to get it to Kendall Lawrence.
Lawrence gets 6, 2nd and 4. Need to get to at least the 3 for a fresh set of downs. Durant wants more than that. Into the corner and incomplete. Shabbat Chambers, the intended target, but a flag in the backfield, and was Durant the victim of a late hit.
Again, pressure. Khalil Bass.
Roughing the passer. Winnipeg number 2. Half the distance to goal. Automatic first down.
Well, penalties becoming a factor. Khalil Bass.
And old Mo. Khalil Bass here on the stunt and the blitz from the linebacking core from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Bass number 2 is going to hit Darian Durant low.
So it's 1st and goal, 8th play of the drive. And it's an option quarterback touchdown. Darian Durant ripped it out of the hand, said, I want it.
Ran this play earlier in the game, and he gave it to Roosevelt on the fly sweep. Durant saw the middle open up on that play in the first half and banked it. You could tell because he did rip the ball out of there, Chris. There was no question in number 4's mind that he was keeping this one from what he had seen when they ran this play earlier. He saw that middle open up and he took it.
Roosevelt kind of looked like he'd just been pickpocketed. Now they go for 2 and try to tie it up. Two for 2 in the red zone. Quarterback draw, and it's 2 for 2 for 2 points and a tie game. It's Labor Day, and the home team trying to keep the tradition alive. 19-19. Darian Durant, quarterback draw to tie the game. The most famous quarterback draw in the Labor Day Classics 2007. Final minute, and a game-winning touchdown for Kerry Joseph. And a springboard to a Grey Cup championship. Two running touchdowns last week, and one and a 2-point convert for Durant here this afternoon, and we're just getting warmed up. Quincy McDuffie fields it at the 15. And in this fourth quarter, Winnipeg will have the slight wind advantage. McDuffie bumped out short of the 30-yard line, and Matt Nichols going to try and find a way to regain this momentum.
Michael O'Shea felt it. He felt it as the third quarter was coming to an end. He got the team together, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, over there on their bench, and he said, guys, momentum has shifted here. Now it's shifted in a big way, all on the Saskatchewan sideline. The way you get it back is to put together a long drive. That's what's on the table for Matt Nichols right now.
First down, the pitch to Dressler, back into the traffic, and brought down around the 32. Otha Foster steps up. Pickup of around 5. Sixth catch of the game for Dressler for 55. 2nd and 5. And this is why the Bombers practiced in loud noise conditions all week. And Matt Nichols doesn't flinch. On the money to Clarence Denmark to silence the crowd momentarily.
Yeah, this time the 3-man pressure in the key situation doesn't work for Chris Jones. They sent 3 there, but Nichols quickly recognized it and threw it to the outside curl where there was not a chance for the Saskatchewan defense to rally to make the tackle short of the first down.
Jonathan Newsom's moved inside, 5-man front, all coming, including a 6th, and the pass downfield, and Dressler makes a terrific catch. That'll bring back some memories here at Mosaic.
Dressler right here talked to Matt Nichols yesterday, said he has a very different perspective on the game and really on life. It's been a grind for him. He's getting his opportunity.
7-7 for 77, and looking for him once again, but this time blanket coverage from Justin Cox.
Well, he's got a key 2nd and long here, but he told me yesterday, he said, you know, before every game, my wife Allie will give me a call, we'll talk. She'll always just say, hey, just go have fun. It's been a grind. You've had some ups and downs, a lot of adversity. You're getting your chance, putting together a drive here. This is a key 2nd and long. I know Allie and Elliot, their 2.5-year-old, are watching back in Winnipeg. See if he can execute on 2nd and long here.
4-0 this year, 2-1 in his career against the Roughriders. 2nd and 10 to the out, but short of the first down. A catch is made by Denmark. And now Michael O'Shea, does he? Well, we've got a flag first to sort out, and he might not have to make a decision.
illegal block, ends to the face, Winnipeg number 60, 10-yard penalty, remains second down.
And take the penalty here and take them out of field goal range.
Big penalty, marks it back across midfield once again.
Yeah, had they taken and declined the penalty, it would have been 3rd and 2. Michael O'Shea would have had to put the field goal team out there. This puts Matt Nichols in second and real long, but they're out of field goal range.
2nd and 20, need about 12 to give Medlock a chance underneath. McDuffie will get about that. And now we'll find out if Michael O'Shea wants to try a 52-yarder or not. Or do you punt and play the field position game?
Well, this was the theory from Chris Jones. Take the penalty, push him out, and make sure you hold the Winnipeg Blue Bombers so they can't kick this field goal. It's going to be a long one.
They're going to go from 52 out. He's hit from 58 this year. Medlock 1 for 3 outside the 50-yard line. For the lead, Medlock right down the middle. And the Bombers are back on top. Clutch kick. Midway through the 4th quarter. 52 yards out. And Medlock is good. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Well, how about this? We got both quarterbacks over 300 yards passing. We've got a 3-point football game with 8:35 to go. It's Labor Day weekend.
So this is what all the excitement's
This is what
about.
it's about. Let's go.
Riders start at their 35. Back into the hands of Hawley, and he bounced it back outside. A straight arm on Johnny Adams, and gets into Adams' ear at the end of a 12-yard pickup.
Every new receiver needs a game like Hawley's having today. You need that game just to understand and to sort of validate the work you put in, that you can compete at this level, that you can be a go-to receiver. Hawley's emerged in this one.
9th catch, over 100 yards for the first time in his career, and a touchdown for the first time in the CFL. Grant to the other side, brought down by Hawley again. He's feeling it.
That tells you right there.
Got drilled out by Lawler, but he's helping the officials signal another Roughrider first down.
Sometimes it takes a season, sometimes it's a play. Sometimes it can be a half or a game, but Hawley's got it. He's got that confidence. He's in that zone. You could tell by the aggressive moves in the open field, trying to get that first down, move the chains.
Durant tried to check down to Lawrence, who stumbled. Ball a little off target, means it's 2nd and 10.
Went through John Childs. Ray Langford's been on the roster, but a scratch on game day, looking for someone to help out Naaman Roosevelt, and that's all due respect to Rob Bagg, who missed last week's game.
But it does look like they've found another bona fide threat in Caleb Hawley. 2nd and 10, big play. Short drop, and it's intercepted. Another interception, Johnny Adams. Ball comes loose, and a boomerang back to Adams, who will hang on to give the football back to Winnipeg. That's the 19th interception by the Bombers defense, but there's a flag, so wait a minute. Let's find out what this is all about. Durant's reaction indicating it might be against the Roughriders. We'll sort it out when we come back. Six interceptions for Johnny Adams last year, his first this season.
And he's going to make contact, but it's in the 5-yard zone. Go ahead and run it, guys. He can make contact here and then cuts underneath it. Looks like a communication. Hawley didn't know he was supposed to be on that slant. Watch Durant come after the interception, and he's the guy who throws it in there to try and knock that ball loose, maybe create a turnover to get it back from Adams. Can't get that done.
His brother Justin, an NFL linebacker, I guess Darian can hit like 1-2, but Adams with the interception. And fortunate to recover his own fumble. Matt Bonk, a piling on penalty that gives the Bombers the ball in Rough Rider territory. Cut down there is Christophe Normand, the fullback, with flags on the play.
Offside. Saskatchewan number 91. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Penalty against defensive tackle Gregory Alexandre. Critical series upcoming. A Bomber touchdown could give them some breathing room. Riders trying to hold to a field goal or better.
Lined up in the neutral zone.
Boy, details, huh? They just
Small things, absolutely.
piling up. 1st and 5. Hand off Andrew Harris, and he gets submarined. A hit that brings him down at the 38, a couple of yards short. 49 rushing yards in the game for the leading rusher in the Canadian Football League.
And Andrew Harris had to do his inventory. That's what I used to call it. When you get hit and you're down on the ground, you know there's a ton of pain. You're just trying to, okay, let me think. Ankle's okay, knee, hang on a second. Thigh, good, back, no problem. Okay, back in the huddle. Just checked it off, did his inventory, he's all good. Red hard hit, but they're in 2nd and short now.
Excuse me, Fred Bennett cut him down, but now 2nd and a couple. Right back in his hands. 1st down, and a big one down inside the 35.
That was a nice shuffle right at the point of attack. I think it was Jeff Knox that got in the backfield. Or was it Casey Rogers, 45? Because it looked like he had him in the backfield. Watch this little shuffle step to the left by Andrew Harris right there. It was Rogers. Got the 2 he needed to get a new set of downs.
First down, and they're feeding Harris again. And wrapped up and tossed down.
Good play calling by Irvin, or good play calling by Paul LaPouliche now to just keep that run game involved. That run game, by calling those alone, you get in manageable situations, but you also just take some more time, grind it down in field goal range now. Bigger gaps where the crowd has to take a breath and come back before they can affect the play.
2nd and 7. Quarterback draw for Nichols, and he can't get through. Greg Jones.
And Corby
Irvin, excuse me.
Yeah,
it was Corby Irvin, the big defensive tackle, and wouldn't let him through.
And it was him because it was set up to open up a big gap. No backs in the backfield for Matt Nichols, and all he needs is one little opening between guard and center on either side, and he gets a 1st down. And Corey Irvin controlled both gaps, both A gaps on either side of the Bomber center.
So Medlock trying to expand the lead to 6 from 41 yards out. And he splits it again. 6-point Bomber lead.
Those tough on the field deserve a truck that's tough on the road. The 2016 GMC Sierra.
Well, after the momentum was clearly at the start of the quarter behind the home side, Michael O'Shea had that team meeting after 3-quarter time, and since that point, the Bombers have been able to right the ship and take the lead once again. 6 points, but far from over here at Mosaic. Darian Durant on 1st down, checks down to Lawrence. Khalil Bass, the tackle. And Kendall Lawrence has about 7 on the play. Darian Durant with 35 completions in the game.
Fourth 300-yard passing game, but he traded in all the stats for a W, especially on this weekend.
6-0 on Labor Day, 0-7 in 2016. Trying to change it with this drive. And looking downfield, wide open, Ricky Collins. Loeffler saves the touchdown, but the Riders are in business at the Winnipeg 14. At the 3-minute warning, it's a 55-yarder. Durant to Collins, and it's not done yet.
Big play by Darian Durant. Watch on this blitz. Ian Wild comes way wide, and Durant will work himself away from the blitz. Pocket presence from the veteran quarterback. Wild can't get there. Durant works himself open, so he's got this lane and vision to his receiver, Ricky Collins, down the field. A 55-yard completion, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders poised to take the lead in the red zone.
And Darian Durant at 399 passing, season high. They're 2 for 2 in the red zone. Need to go 3 for 3. And that pass low. And was it trapped? Yes, incomplete. I got a question for you. They're short here. Do you kick a field goal with 2.5 minutes to go, or do you keep the offense on the field even if it's 3rd and 10?
Depending on how much time runs off the clock here, they just whistled it in now. Start till the snap and the incompletion, and if it's a quick throw, take the points. Hope to get it back again.
Looking for the corner, nobody there, and is it intercepted? They're going to rule it is. What a terrific catch by C.J. Roberts. Second interception of the season for Roberts, and the second fourth quarter interception tossed by Durant.
C.J. Roberts is going to undercut the target here. I believe it's Nick Dembski on this deep out, and Roberts undercuts it and makes an unbelievable catch on this ball. Thrown to the outside. He just has the confidence to leave his receiver, drop him, make that catch.
So is that 2 interceptions? See if he secures that.
Foot was in bounds. Arm underneath the ball.
It looked like receiver mistakes on both Durant interceptions.
I think so. It looked like Nick Dembski went way too deep on that route.
It's over. It ain't just me. It's over. We're going together, baby. We're going together.
Well, the Bombers have to get out of this danger zone, and that pass thrown high for Dressler with the heat on Matt Nichols. And Nichols gets up in a lather.
Yeah, he wants to make sure he's got his guys straight, and they know the protections, and keep their composure right here. Nichols threw that away, by the way. He didn't like what he saw. The protection broke down quickly, and he just threw it up into row 1. That's where the Bomber fans sit up in there, by the way. In that corner.
They're not eligible receivers.
No, they're not.
They're going to call timeout. Huge play coming up. And Matt Nichols wants to make sure it's the right play call.
Now he's hearing it in the speaker in his helmet. Didn't have a play call. Didn't look like he had one, and he kind of gestured toward the bench like he had to get that call sooner. Obviously, the crowd affecting their ability to communicate.
So now ready for 2nd and 10. Short drop over the middle. Big play, Gerard Shepherd. And the ball came loose after he hit the turf. But an enormous first down for Shepherd and the Bombers.
Matt Nichols in his own end zone. He's going to deliver right over the middle to Shepherd here. He's got pressure from the backside. Contact made. Shepherd's down by contact here.
Otha Foster cuts him down, arm down,
Elbow down. Elbow touched first.
needed a measurement though. It wasn't immediately signaled first down. Now it is.
Well, that's a big one. At the very least, it gives O'Shea room if they have to kick it out of their own end zone. Got room to do so.
Up at the 11, first down. Andrew Harris got a hold. Here's Harris bouncing outside, and another Winnipeg first down, 14-yard run, and a big one at this stage of the game.
Boy, that is a dagger. Suk Chung, Jamarcus Hardrick blocking here, opening up a hole right in the B gap between guard and tackle. Nice blocking at the point of attack. I thought Andrew Harris almost lost the handle of the ball there as he hit the hole, but that's a dagger.
Then he spent a lot of time watching these games, couldn't wait to play in one, and now 12 carries, 70 yards, and make it a 13th carry, and this time, well, look at him fight to get at least back to the line of scrimmage, and finally, Ed Gainey puts the brakes on the run.
Yeah, this is Chris Jones in these situations. We've seen it this year. Now it's desperation time. Got to stop the run on first down and put him in second and long, so he loads it up here, gets everybody on the line of scrimmage. There's going to be more added coming up in a second. Here comes that 7th and 8th, and they get him in second and long.
Riders lost their timeout, challenging that play in the end zone. That may come back to bite them. Huge play, 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz. Nichols gets it away. Jumping for it, McDuffie. Looks like he was out of bounds. What's the call? Incomplete.
Back shoulder throw from Matt Nichols, where only Quincy McDuffie has a shot at it. Does not want to risk a turnover down here because he's got room for his punter to come out and kick the Bombers out of their own end. You can see he just did not get that foot down in bounds. The right foot first to touch on the white stripe.
Medlock to punt. Kendall Lawrence awaits. Roughriders with only 2 big play returns all season. And a tremendous punt. Lawrence back at his 25. That's a 60-yard Medlock boot. But now Lawrence finds the broom across midfield. Still going, and he is gone. Kendall Lawrence, touchdown. The final Labor Day at Mosaic, and maybe the most remarkable play on Labor Day at Mosaic. An 85-yard Kendall Lawrence punt return touchdown.
Something about this weekend. There's still time on the clock. It's not done yet, but what a play. A 60-yarder, but when you kick it this far, you can out-kick your coverage as well, and that's what happens to the Bombers here.
We'll get to it in a minute, but this is a key point. Crapina for the extra point.
Missed it.
And the game will remain tied unless Mo Leggett goes all the way. And he might. Look at Leggett. And just tripped up from behind. As play is called, 48 seconds left. And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers dodge a major one. Crapina's missed a couple of field goals and now a convert. And you wonder about having a new center. Snapping on these long snaps has affected his timing today. Nothing wrong with it, though. Nothing wrong with it.
No excuse there. Snap was bang on.
So the 3rd time he's missed a convert this year. He's missed 2 field goals in the game. And it remains tied. And are we going to go to overtime? Lots of time for Matt Nichols and company.
Low-legged had to score to get those extra points. They'll kick it off. See what kind of field position Matt Nichols has, but there's still time for field goal range.
And we've seen from Justin Medlock today, kicking one from outside 50 with plenty to spare. Wind at the back, and it looks like it's picking up here in the fourth quarter at the back of the Bombers. Rapinoe's kickoff, and here's McDuffie trying to set it up for Medlock. Brought down by Jeff Heck, but they're out beyond the 40-yard line and only a couple of first downs away from Medlock range.
Yeah, where the ball is spotted, I'd say they need 3 first downs to give Medlock a shot. 20, 25 yards of offense here. Probably time for 5 plays, maybe 6. Can the defense hold?
Reminder, Medlock 6 for 7 is hit from 58 on the year. Here's Nichols. Pressure coming. Pass is caught. And a tackle from Ed Geaney after Clarence Denmark has the catch at the 50 and has 7. So they need 3. As the clock goes, movement, both sides pointing. Did somebody flinch on that Bomber offensive line?
Procedure. Winnipeg, number 66. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
7-year veteran Stanley Bryant flinches at left tackle.
All Durant can do is watch.
Different play call now, 2nd and 7. Hecht coming on the safety blitz. Ball up and intercepted. Flag is down, however. It's Saskatchewan football, but let's see, is this going to be a penalty against Saskatchewan in their defensive backfield? And if it is, they're in Medlock range.
Pass interference. Saskatchewan, number 31. Point of foul, automatic first down.
Justin Cox called.
Let's take a look. Justin Cox going outside on Dressler, going down that seam.
So no interception, instead a 19-yard penalty and a Bomber first down at the Saskatchewan 45. Harris trying to get it a little closer, and he does with a good, strong run up the middle.
Boy, that looked like hand fighting, just like that earlier play down at the other side of the field, going the opposite direction, where again I said that when the DB and the receiver are running down the field together, they can hand fight back and forth. Dressler trying to buy some room, and Justin Cox. Last one went Winnipeg's way. I think that was the same thing in the wrong call.
Chris Jones didn't have a challenge to contest it. Harris again. Andrew Harris, feet turning, should be close to the first down. It doesn't matter because Medlock's got to come out. In fact, that was closer to running out of time than it should have been.
Chris, the Rider defense needed to hold Andrew Harris up there, not put him to the ground, and see if they could get that last 2 seconds off the clock. They couldn't do it, so they'll, wow, give the Bombers a chance. Justin Medlock.
Unbelievable how close they brought it down.
The time clock running down. Now they hold him. Hold him up, don't let him go down.
They confirm that there was still time available. No need to really measure this. They're not going for it in third down, Andre. I guarantee you that. But guess important in the sense that if there is a problem with or a penalty on the play, well, I guess for 2 seconds it won't matter.
Just for the record book, yeah, they're just making sure they get it right.
If there was a bobble and they needed another play, but
this will be the last play of the game, unless it's missed and run out. And we go to overtime.
We might even have a kick out.
Exactly.
Kendall Lawrence is back there, but this guy usually so automatic.
Well, and only one, Kendall Lawrence back there, which means Chris Jones is going for the block here. Not trying to set up the team to kick it out of the end zone on a miss.
And look, they're loading up one side as well. Here they come. Medlock for the win on Labor Day. And the 11-game losing streak for Winnipeg is over. They find a way. And Michael O'Shea's team has now won its 5th in a row this season and are 6-4.
A questionable pass interference call gets them in field goal position, but take nothing away from this Bomber win. Medlock money again with the chips down, and the Bombers find a way. And you're right, Chris, the challenge by Chris Jones earlier in the half, he didn't have a challenge, didn't have a timeout. Came back and got him.
So 1-9 for the Roughriders. 6th loss in a row. Our Nissan Titan player of the game brought to you by the Nissan Titan, official vehicle of the Canadian Football League.
Well, Quincy McDuffie, outstanding. Honorable mention to a couple guys. One, Matt Nichols, over 300 yards. And he was on the money in this one this afternoon. Quincy McDuffie was his go-to guy for most of the afternoon. And also honorable mention to Justin Medlock, who just nailed the game-winning field goal. The Bombers come in 11 straight losses and say 11, that's enough.
Well, they closed down the old stadium as far as Labor Day is concerned in style here today. That was a memorable finish. How about Kendall Lawrence with an 85-yard punt return touchdown to tie the game. But a missed convert and then a pass interference penalty, and the Bombers go on to end an 11-game losing streak in the Labor Day Classic. Classic, the operative word today. Bombers win it. So long from Saskatchewan.